So in this section of the of this project, we are going to set up the environment. So first off, we're going to create the project. I understand that you are all familiar with the Qt Creator IDE, and so we are going to create a Qt Quick application. So after opening the Qt Creator, if you go to File and New Project, you come here, this dialog opens up. And so we are going to pick Qt Quick application, choose this. So the name of our project, we are going to call this project the Smart Home temperature sensor. So this is the name of our project. So click next. You are going to use CMake as our build system. Next. Then here we select our kit. We don't want Android. We're going to be building this for the desktop. So we choose our kit, and next, and finish. So Qt Creator will create the project, will set up the project for us. Okay, so for a start, let's just adjust the window size. I want to work with a window size of 480 width and a height of 580, something like this. So let's just give our window a title. We are going to call it Smart Home temperature sensor. So just to see if everything is running properly, our project is running properly. So I usually want to do this before I start anything, just to make sure that nothing has been messed up while Qt Creator was setting up the project. So if we run this, it's running. So this is our window. So what I'm going to do, I think this window is rather big in terms of the width. Let me just adjust it. I need a size that's kind of more similar to a mobile app. So maybe if I can reduce this to 3, let's say 320, and let's just deal with the size first, and then we'll set up the other things. All right, so it seems 320 pixels is it's a good size, it's a good width. So this is done. So in terms of the project structure, so if you can see from this left panel, this project panel, so we have this structure, this folder structure that is here. So we have our CMake list, then we have our source files, they will be in here. So far we have our main CPP in here, and our QML files will be just below here. So what I need to do for this project, we need to set up the theme. So this theme will mainly comprise of the colors which we are going to be using for this project. So once that's done, we also set up our fonts. So we're going to be using a single font for this application. So we're going to set up all that. So the first thing that I need to do is to create a QML file for our colors. So what I am going to do is we are going to create a colors.qml. So unfortunately Qt Creator doesn't automatically add our QML files to the project. So what you have to do, you have to go to CMake list, so it opens automatically when you create a new QML file like you saw. So we need to add the colors QML our file just that we just created here. So it's colors QML. If I can type right, alright. So there it is. So when you save, you just press Ctrl S using Windows. So if you're using a Mac, just save. So here our colors.qml file is now part of our project. So what we need to do, we need to make this a single file. So we go pragma singleton. So we now have our singleton file. So I have some colors which we are going to be using. So this is our colors which we are going to be using. So let me just let me just lay this out side by side, and I pick this one here. So let's just do it like this. So we're going to have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors which we're going to be using for our theme. So what you need to do, create properties. So this is going to be read only property, a color, primary color 1, primary color 1. These are the names that I'm going to be giving to these colors. So I'll just first create all the colors, the color properties without the hex codes. We'll fill in the hex codes later. So we just go read only property color primary color true. Okay, you can give them names you want. For this project you are going to be using primary color 1, primary color 2. So why about oh sorry, color, and the name primary color 3, and the value we are going to leave this empty for now. So we are done with this. Then we go through the accent colors, read only property color, accent color 1, and read only property color, accent color 2. Alright, so we're done with our colors. So I'm going to fill in the hex codes for these colors in those empty strings. So this is the color, copy it and then come here and paste it. Let's go to primary. Oh, up. So primary color one is this one. So I'm going to take this one and place it here. And then primary color two is this one. Control C, go here. Control V. Let me just increase the font here so that you will be able to see. Alright, so you don't forget this hash. Primary color 3 is this one, the dark color. Control C, then put it here. Then accent color 1 is this one. Control C, hash. Control V, we have our mix. Then the last one, accent color 2. We copy hash. So we have our single QML file that contains all the colors that we're going to be using. So we're going to do the same thing for our fonts. So I have a font effect that we're going to be using in this project. So the first thing that you need to do if you want to use a custom font, you have to edit it, to import it into our project as an asset. So I have downloaded this font. Let me just take the font. So this is our assets folder. So I'm going to copy this folder into our project directory. So if you go to our project smart home temperature sensor here, and I just paste it. So this is our assets folder. So we're going to input, these are the assets that we are going to be using. So this is the font. You need to use a font that's called Sincel, and this is an icon. So for the time being, we are only interested with editing the font. So what we do after you have imported you have placed the assets in the project folder, you then come here. We need to add a resource file from here. So what you do, we right click here, add new. We need a Qt resource file. So let's just call this name. Let me just call this assets, but you can give it any name. Finish. So Qt Creator doesn't automatically set up or add our assets to our project automatically. So what you need to do, the first thing you need to set CMake RCC, that one on. So this is to be on. Okay, it's doing its thing. Then we need to add to our executable. Now we need to add our assets .urc. This. So the moment we do this, you see our assets appear here. So now we have our resource file in our project. We need now to add our font to this project. So we can open this. If you right click, you can open in editor, right? Add a prefix. Just prefer that. Remove everything, then add files. So you go to this folder where our font is, select our font, then open. There it is. Say save, and Qt Creator is doing its thing. Once done, if you go here, you can find our font right here. So we need a path to this font, so you right click and copy that. We need that URL, copy that. So what we need to create a QML file like we did with the colors. So we need a QML file. Let's call this one fonts and finish. We edit into project fonts, QML, there it is, save, and wait for it to appear in our project. So if you look here, we now have our fonts. So we edit this to be a single file, so say single and then create. So in order to load a custom font, we need a font loader. So what we need a font loader. So we can give this a name. Let's just say primary font, and can then add source. So the source, that's the URL. So this font loader is going to load our custom font that we've put in our resources resource file. So what we need is a property that we are going to using to access that font. So we have can do the same thing that we did with our colors. So read only property. So this can be a string and a name. Let's call it primary font, and then primary font name. So we are getting the name of our font. So whenever we set the font family to primary font, so this loaded font, that's the one that's going to be used. Okay, so now that we are done with this, in order for us to use these properties that we've set here, we need to import them or to register them with the QML engine. So what we need to do now is to go to our main.cpp file. So if we go here, just before we instantiate the engine, we need to register this fonts. So the way we do it, we use QML register single font file. So first we're going to register our colors. So URL. So here we will put the URL of this QML file. So we copy. So we can just type it in, but first we need to include QURL. We are using URL here. So in here we QRC need to put this. So QURL, then smart home temperature. Make sure you spell this right. Temperature send slash colors dot QML. So this is the path. Then we need a name. So this is the import that we're going to, the name of the import. So we're going to, this is the theme package. We import the theme package or theme QML, it's going to give us access to our colors and our fonts. So we're going to give that module, to name that module theme. So the version we are going to, so we have the major version 1 and the minor version. Let's go there. Remember, these versions they can be changed. Let's say you've updated from you've added some new stuff, maybe in the new app that we're going to make. Maybe with updates, with a new update, we've updated our theme, so you can also then update this 2.1. It's just versioning. So here we are going to start at 1.0, and then the name of our colors module specifically, we are going to name it colors. So this is done. Let's see what this the use of undeclared identifier QML register singleton or not file type. Alright, I made a mistake there. So we're going to do the same thing for our font. We're going to register it with the QML engine. So QML register singleton type QRC smart home center slash fonts dot QML. So this is going to be also the part of the theme module, and the version is going to be 1.0 as well, but the name is going to be fonts, right? So now that we have registered alright, let's just see what's the problem. QML register singleton type QURL. Okay, let's just check. I think I've added another extra edit on it here. This is where problem is. I didn't close the URL object here. But anyways, now we have set up our colors and our fonts. So usually I just need to test and see if there's nothing wrong or whether I have messed up anyway or missed something. So we need to test this. If we go to our QML file, let's just create a small rectangle to test the color. So what we need to import theme, right? So we've imported our theme, and then let's just create a rectangle with say 30 and right 30, and let's just anchor it in the middle of the center of the screen. Anchors both center in parent, right? Then our color is going to say colors dot primary color, right? Let's test this. So if we run this, alright, unable to assign undefined to Q color. So our primary color, or it's primary color 1, or if remember we've named our colors primary color 1, color 2, color 3, so on. So if you look here, that's our color, that's our primary color 1. So that is working fine. So let's try out see our font, whether it is working or not. So let's first anchor it in the center so that we can see it clearly. Then the text, let's just say font. Let me just say font. So this font will make our text uppercase. So it's just an uppercase font. So that's why how we're going to see that it's actually working. So if you see here fonts, it's in lowercase, but if we add this font dot family and font dot name, font named in primary font. So if we run this, so you see fonts. So it seems our setup is now good, and we have properly added or set up our theme, so that the next step or the next stage we are going to be starting to build the UI of our temperature sensor app. So basically this is how you set up your QML project and your file system. So in this, the advantage of properly setting up the colors or the themes which comprise of the colors and the fonts, it helps you to properly manage your theme. So in case you want to do stuff like a dark theme and light theme, you can just specify those properties here in a single tone file, and you can use it. You just be referencing it and import the theme and then just use it in any QML file that you're going to be using in this project. So you see this as the project begins to grow, you'll be dealing with a lot of QML files. So it's just good practice to properly set up your theme so that you do not mess around with the theme all over the place. So if you want to change the theme, you can just change it from one place. So remember, the reason for this singleton, this pragma singleton, is to make the instances of these colors or this object that we've created here, these colors, the .qml object, it's only created once. So I think you know the singleton pattern. So that's the pattern that will be used, that is being used here. So basically, I think our setup is done. So the next thing that we are going to be doing will be to start the layout of our UI. So I guess that's it. Thank you for your time.